Look, Mrs. Lally, did you know that it's National Bullying Prevention Month?
Yes, Gordy, it was also National Bullying Prevention Month last week, too, because it's October still.
Yes. Is there a Spirit Day today?
Yes, it is Hat Day.
Let me guess. Hats off to prevent bullying.
Well said, Gordy.
Want to try some hats on with me, please?
Why not?
Oh, how about a chef's hat?
Ooh, what about a detective's hat?
Oh, what about a clown's wig?
Ooh, what about a magician's hat? Maybe we'd become magicians.
Oh, what about a hat with an ice cream cone?
In last week's episode, we saw examples of mean moments, like when Patrick told SpongeBob he wasn't his friend.
Like when Big Bird took Cookie Monster's cookie.
Like when Kristoff took Olaf's nose and ate it for dinner.
Oh, like when Luigi called Mario a mean name.
And you, Gordy, when you teased Mr. Jackson about his shoes.
And a mean moment does not equal bullying?
Right, a mean moment is not the same thing as bullying.
But how come?
Well, because someone who is bullying another person is doing and saying things over and over and over again. We call that ongoing or repeated.
One time is opposite of over and over again.
Yes, Gordy. Do you remember asking if it is bullying if you have another mean moment toward Mr. Jackson?
Yes, I do.
Well, have you had another mean moment toward Mr. Jackson again?
Yes. Uh-oh.
Gordy, I admire your honesty. This time, let's pull up the instant replay feature between you and Mr. Jackson.
Oh, what great technology advancement. Okay, so you know how Mr. Jackson was wearing those shoes? So then I said what I said about his shoes. Well, later on in the day, Mr. Jackson and I were arguing about whether pineapple belongs on pizza. Mr. Jackson told me I know nothing about pizza, and told him I know plenty about pizza. And then the next day at recess, Mr. Jackson threw the football. And let me tell you, Mrs. Lally, it was a wild pass. But he told me he threw the ball perfectly. And then that even Mr. Collins could have caught that ball. And then later in the afternoon, Mr. Jackson made fun of my shoes. And then I said, look down at your own shoes. And then he said, and then I said, and then he said, and then I said, and then he said, and then he said, oh.
Wow, that was quite a long instant replay.
So was I bullying Mr. Jackson? I said a lot of things to him.
Audience, what do you think?
What did they say? I couldn't hear the audience.
Me neither, because this is a recorded video. Gordy, my mascot, this instant replay shows that this is not bullying. You are not bullying Mr. Jackson, and Mr. Jackson is not bullying you. Bullying is one-sided, meaning there's one side, one imbalance of power, whereas in conflict, it is two-sided, where two people or one person and an alligator are having difficulty at identifying what the problem is and using appropriate problem-solving strategies. With a little effort to identify these strategies, we can reduce the conflict between the two.